Hey, it's me, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Jack. This week, while I was coming back from work, I walked to the station and Warburton's were giving out their new flatbreads. Their Newburn Bakehouse. So I got a free pack. You get 4 flatbreads. Well, I call them flatbreads, but they're actually wraps. So I'm going to make some wraps today. You'll need your wraps. I've got the Warburton's ones, as I said. Some sweet corn, a red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper, a red onion, some chicken, some chorizo, some grated cheddar, and some Caesar sauce. The first thing you'll want to do is cut up your peppers. Now I had 3 peppers, and I'm only going to use half of each because I want a bit of a mixture in there, but I don't really need a whole pepper each. So I'm going to cut these in half. So start from the bottom, and then I'm going to cut, but not all the way to the end, and then I'm going to cut along the edge up to the stalk, and the same on the other side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around the stalk so we can leave that and all the seeds intact, so it makes it a lot easier. So I'm just going to stick the knife in there and cut around that stalk, like so. So there you've got the stalk and all the seeds, or most of the seeds, intact still. So you can save that, put that to one side and stick it in your fridge. And then I'm going to cut that in half again. I always find cutting peppers so tricky because when they're new, they're still quite hard, so they're hard to chop into. But then when they get older, they get softer, so they move around a bit more. And it makes it hard to cut. So now I've cut that in half, I'm just going to de-seed it. So I'm going to slice out the pith from here, and that comes along with all the seeds as well. And you can just stick that in your compost. So you're going to slice it into strips first. And then you're going to dice that. So chop it again into chunks. You probably want these quite small, because you don't want it too chunky. So there's one bit, and the same on the other. I'm not going to have much red in this. That was quite a small red pepper. Is that a flag? Green, yellow and red. What flag is that? I don't really recognise it. Then you want to get your onion. Now I'm going for red onion, because I prefer that. This one's quite old, so I've got half an onion here. I'm just going to peel off this outer layer, because that's a bit dry, and then peel off the in-between layer there and stick that in the compost. And then I'm going to do the same with this, so dice it. So let's cut it up. What you'll need is some onion goggles or glasses, so I'm going to try and find some now. All I could find were these things, so they'll have to do the job. Well, they actually hug my face quite nicely. Can't really see. There we go. You don't often see my face in this, do you? So I'm going to chop that in half. And then hold that as you do it, and you can hold all the pieces together so it doesn't go all over the place. I should have really chopped the top and the bottoms off on this, because that's a bit dry as well. Oh well. Dry onion never hurt anybody. Turn that over and slice it again. Next you want to actually prepare your wrap, so I'm just going to move this out of the way a bit. I sort of mix that in, but I didn't really want to, because I wanted to get it evenly distributed between the wraps. So now that's out of the way, you get your wraps. Now these come in a resealable pack. You rip it and then unseal it, and if you don't use them all, then you can just reseal it. But I'm probably going to use them all. So there's your wrap. Now these are actually quite small, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to put my chicken down first. So I've just got plain chicken chunks. There's not actually that much. And then put your chicken in there. Now I'm not laying any sauce down to begin with. You can if you want. You can put mayonnaise, or you can put whatever really. It's your wrap. So I'm going to open up my diced chorizo. Cooking chorizo. Is this not already cooked? Oh dear. I presume you can eat it, as it is. It doesn't have cooking instructions. Maybe I'm going to die. Who knows? Well, obviously I will die at some point. But I meant from this. And scatter some of that on. So I can use about half the pack of this if I've got 4 of those and I've got 2. Oh, I've got 2 bits of that. So scatter that around. And then I'm going to put some vegetables in there. So I'm going to put some of my onions. And then some green pepper. And then some yellow pepper. I don't want to get the green in there. Some red pepper. Won't put as much of that on because I don't have much of that. Some sweet corn. I don't know if these are actually going to wrap well. Hopefully they'll be alright. And then I'm going to put some Caesar dressing on. Put some Caesar dressing in there. And then some grated cheese. Again, this is a resealable pack, it says. Can't actually see how you open it though. How am I so easily baffled? Lift resealable flap to open. Well, where's the flap? Spread that around, nice little helping of that as well. And now for the hard part. Trying to actually wrap it. I don't know which way is best to do this, if it's like lengthways or... Now, if I fold that half... I was watching this guy make a burrito in a local burrito place, and I watched how he did it, and I was going to do the same thing, but now I've forgotten. He like went like that, and then, oh, he did that, and then pushed it down, and then wrapped that. I think I made this too thick. And then he like folded that up. That's not going to fold up, that's too full. And it's falling out. I'm going to have to put like elastic bands around these to hold it together. But he like pushed it down. And then wrapped it. But then it's just going to fall apart. It's all falling out. So that didn't really work. I looked up a way to do it, and then tried to do it and it didn't work. So I just folded it over like a flatbread, stuck some toothpicks in it and chucked it on a plate, and I'll have that tomorrow for dinner or something. I'm going to try it a different way now. Let's do it diagonally. I have a feeling this is going to go just as badly because they're not really square, so you can't really do it diagonally. But we'll see. Chicken. I'm actually going to leave a gap there so that we can fold it over correctly. Chorizo. Stick that on there. Onions. Green peppers. Yellow peppers. Red peppers. Some sauce. Cat's... Oi! No, Audrey, that's not for you. My cat's trying to eat my lunch. Right, get rid of any unwanted cats. Caesar. Oh, sweet corn, I forgot the sweet corn. And then your grated cheese. Now let's give this another go. So, diagonal. I'm going to fold this side over. Pull it in a bit, and then I'm going to fold this in and then wrap that around it. Now I've actually got a bit of an opening there, so that isn't going to work too well. And there you have it, a wrap, albeit a half-hearted wrap that's probably going to fall apart as soon as I try and eat it. But I think it works better diagonally with these wraps. Obviously if you have a round one, it'll be a lot easier to make an actual wrap. And so, I will talk to you later.